Welcome back to Talking Trash and Tacos, where we dive into the weirdest, wildest, and most wonderfully unhinged corners of the world. I'm Jessica, joined by my partner,
Sarah.
I love it. Okay, so we are going to talk about Disney's biggest secret, Club 33. Not sure it's their biggest secret because I also hear that they kidnap children and take them through the tunnels for pedophiles. But I'm just going to say, maybe it's one of their biggest secrets. So it's not just an overpriced restaurant for rich people. I think it may be Illuminati level mystery. Spoiler alert, it's probably bull. So the first thing we're going to discuss is, where is Club 33? Officially, it's a members only restaurant and lounge hidden in Disneyland's New Orleans Square. Unofficially, it's Disney's most exclusive VIP club where members can sip on cocktails and look down at the peasants eating churros below.
Overpriced churros.
They are. Everything there is overpriced.
And let's be real, if you have to ask how much it costs, you can't afford it. I know I can't afford it. The initiation fee alone is rumored to be $25,000 minimum to as high as $50,000. And not just that, every year you got to pay that membership fee, and that is going to go for $15,000. And of course, who knows, that might go up now with all these tariffs. You never know. So that is what you get, the privilege of eating Mickey-shaped hors d'oeuvres.
Or Mickey shape.
Yummy.
But we wouldn't know because we don't get to go. So it's the cost of down full house. I don't know. I think I'd rather have a house.
Yeah, and I can sell you one.
You did.
Yeah, and I will again.
Yeah, because I think we're getting ready to buy another rental property, so we're on the look out.
I am too.
What's the amount Ron sent you for his searches? He wants to look at what price range?
$1 million.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm like,
excited.
wait, what, Ron? No.
I mean, I'll do it
let's
for sure.
dream.
Don't ask me twice. I'll find you a house.
Sarah messages me back and goes, was he serious? And I asked him, and he goes, yeah, I am, Jessica. What if I get a partner? So anything's possible. So if you're looking for a partner in real estate, my husband wants to buy one for $1 million. So
what about the name? Club 30, the number 33. That's what confuses me the most. It could be anything else. 13, Club 666. It could be a name like Mickey, Club Mickey. What do you think?
Or Club, we have too much money. So let's spend it on a Disney club. So that is a great question, Sarah. So here are the main theories surrounding Club 33 at Disneyland. Corporate sponsors theory. That means they think originally there were 33 corporate sponsors for Disneyland. And Walt wanted to wine and dine them at a super exclusive area. So he made Club 33. Kind of a boring idea, but it's plausible.
And just so for those of you that may not know, like I did not know, I had to look up these words. And a corporate sponsor is basically a business that pays or they help out so they can slap their name on something and get all the attention. And Disney actually makes millions of dollars from their corporate sponsors. Go ahead.
I would love to have a corporate sponsor. I don't know who it would be, though. Like Condado's Tacos? Even though we don't eat tacos on the show?
It's either going to have to be something to do with tacos or something to do with trash.
Republic.
Yeah, we could be on all the Republic dumpsters.
So you might get there. Toledo Trashies to the rescue.
Hey, nobody ever said you couldn't do both. We'll do tacos and trash.
That's true. I like a 2-for-1 special. So the next theory.
I forgot. I wanted to tell you. So basically, some of their corporate sponsors for Disney is Coca-Cola. And you should know that because that's the only product they offer.
I only drink Coke. I will not drink a Pepsi.
So you wouldn't even notice because you would have never asked for a Pepsi.
No, I would have got.
And not to get too much off topic, but I've noticed some restaurants won't sell Coke and Pepsi both. It's like they have to sell one or the other, but there's very few that will sell both products. They must have changed.
Yeah, we drove to Canton on the Turnpike and we stopped at a rest stop and they had Pepsi and Coke. And I was like, what the what? Because you're right. That is unusual.
Yeah. And I didn't know if it was Coke saying you could only sell our stuff or if it's them saying we're going to be faithful to you. I don't know.
I'm wondering if it costs too much money because I'm sure you have to pay to get the good pops in. And I'm guessing people don't drink enough of both to get both? I don't know. That's a good question. Does anyone know the answer to this?
Yep.
I'll Google it after we're done recording.
Yeah.
but-
And last off topic thing is, did you ever remember when they were doing those tests? Which one is Pepsi or Coke? And you'd have to like go in the stores and they'd have ask you which one you're drinking. It happened either way.
That happened?
Yeah, where you had to, they were testing you to know if you could tell which one was Coke and which one was Pepsi.
I would know.
Yeah.
I would definitely. I think there is a huge difference between the main Pepsi and Cokes, for
Yep.
sure.
And then just a few of their other ones are Hewitt Packard, General Electric, McDonald's, and their Happy Meal toys, and Siemens, which is a weird name. Siemens is a sponsored Spaceship Earth at Epcot. So yeah, I was like, Siemens.
I still am really confused over what Siemens is.
Yeah, it's something to do with Spaceship Earth.
That's so weird. But as we discussed earlier, and you guys may not have heard this because I don't think I hit the record button earlier.
Yeah, we did this whole thing already. We're redoing it. So hopefully
So we don't know if you're getting the better version or the worst
Yep.
version. Sarah and I have never been to Disneyland.
No, we have not ever.
Yeah. I've been to Disney World, so I'm not that neglected. But also, it is expensive. It's really expensive. It's not.
What does it cost to go, like on average, or like one ticket? Is it like Cedar Point or is it even more than that?
So I think it was like $172 a day per person with like a fast pass. And that's for just one park. And when you go, you're not just going to one park. I needed to go to Animal Kingdom because I needed to become one of the blue people. You know what I'm talking about? Just came out with the new movie and I love it. And I can't even think about it because I'm not good with these movie things. But they're blue creatures and they're beautiful and amazing. And they have a mother tree and they have butt tails that connect to a dragon tail and you get to ride on the dragon. So I rode the dragon when we went to Animal Kingdom and it was the best thing I've ever done.
That's crazy. I don't know. Do adults can, like, say you're just adults, do adults go hang out at like Disney?
Are you kidding me? Yeah, there's like adult single couple. I mean, like adult couples that go without children all the time. I see them when we've gone. I've seen people post about it on Facebook.
That's interesting.
So now that we've talked about the name Club 33, we think it could be because of the 33 corporate sponsors, but it could also be because of the Freemason theory. The third degree is the highest rank reserved for the most powerful members. Naturally, people think Club 33 is actually a secret Freemason meeting spot where Disney execs do whatever it is the Freemasons do. So
yeah, a Freemason. First off, I had to look that up too, because I thought it was like a person that builds houses or bricklays.
But back in the day, I think that's how it started. I think they were people who built that kind of stuff.
And now I think they say masonry, whatever. But it's basically a big old school club for men who want to improve themselves, help communities, and they make these like secret handshakes, special meetings, and lots of shady stuff, I bet. Well, it doesn't say that, but I bet you they're a step down from the Illuminati.
Yeah, the Illuminati thing is strange. And that would be the next ones.
Yeah. And so some of the conspiracies about Freemasons are they run the world, control the government, banks, and institutions. And they also say they do like Satanism and bad stuff. But George Washington and Ben Franklin were both Freemasons. And yeah, now you can go.
You say Freemasons kind of rule the world. I think more so when I hear stories about the Illuminati, I feel like they're the real rulers.
Right.
Because I watched this whole documentary where they say Washington, D.C. was made a certain way with certain angles and everything leads back to like the Illuminatis and like what they think the world should be like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of freaks me out though when I think about it too much. So, obviously everything secret and expensive must involve the Illuminati. So that's probably why that's
Is Hillary Clinton really an Illuminati person?
I don't know. I thought it was only men.
Yeah. No, I think that's the other one. Maybe not. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, well, I'm going to dive into this further another day because there's just so much with those secret clubs. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Mickey Mouse isn't secretly running the world, what are we even doing here?
I don't know, because obviously everyone's life revolves around Mickey Mouse and Disney. So just kidding. I'm a little shocked we went down this hole. But I think the reason I started looking up things about Disney was because last night I had my family over and I saw this like human mermaid. It was like reality. It was like a real mermaid. It looked like a human, not animated.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a cartoon. Oh, anyway, you start abort.
Yeah.
But it's nothing. Yeah, because the lady started eating people. So it wasn't Disney, which led me back to looking up Disney because I thought they had a new Little Mermaid movie
That's
out.
funny. So you just forgot the little and it was just mermaid. Just like when you looked up, remember you were telling me you meant to look up Dick's Sporting Goods and you looked up Dick's.com. It's kind of the same thing.
They were true. But they changed it recently. Ron and I were watching and it's now Dick's.com, I believe. They bought Dick's.com and they're not sporting goods
I
anymore.
wonder how much they had to pay for that, Dick.
Why don't you all go and Google Dicks.com and let me know if I'm right or wrong?
Make sure you have virus protection.
Yeah. So let's say you want to get into Club 33. Here are your very limited options. Number one, become a member and pay the insane fees and be on a years-long wait list or longer to find out they still won't have you. What do you have to say?
I heard it's a 5 to 10 year wait to get in.
Really?
Yes, and I also heard these clubs are at all Disney, whatever all the Disneys are.
Oh, so all the Disneys have a Club 33, not just Disneyland.
No, they all do, and I do have a few names of members. Harrison Ford, Lisa Flockhart, who's his wife, and Barbara Streisand and Nicolas Cage. So they're all supposedly members. And Robin Williams, may he rest in peace, he was also known to visit the club.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see all those. I would have been shocked if you said like Michael Jackson was a member. Kidding. No, I wouldn't have been shocked. He probably wasn't. And he was probably helping kidnap the kids in the tunnels.
He had his own Disneyland. Yeah.
What was it called? Like Peterland? Peterland. Neverland.
Peterland, now that is suspicious.
It is. And he might have called it that when no one else is around. Anyways, your option number 2 of getting in would be that Club 33 members don't associate themselves with mortals. So you're probably not going to be able to get in because we're just too...
I heard they have to sneak you in. So I did hear where people have snuck, like famous people that are members have snuck people that aren't supposed to be in there. So on top of the money it costs, do you think that there's a menu that's extremely expensive? Or is this like everything's included if you pay that fee? Probably.
I think it would have to be all inclusive at that point.
Okay, I was going to say.
If it's not, that's fucked up. I mean, it's already expensive. Option number 3, work for someone who has access. So if you can trick a Disney executive into hiring you, congrats, you may be able to get in. But probably not. I'm still thinking no. I bet you there's a ton of people that work at Disney that haven't.
I bet you can get in for a tour off hours, but I bet you can't get in to be like a person getting served. And
well, people have to work it. Why are these people working it, not telling us what's going on?
Did you know for the longest time, I guess you could not drink alcohol anywhere on any Disney properties until recently. Now you can, but this restaurant was the only place with a bar.
Well, that's worth it. $50,000. Here we go. Just so I can drink at Disneyland. No, I don't think so.
And they probably have a tip jar on the counter. No, I'm just kidding.
They probably do. You're absolutely right. So they also say you may win this membership in a charity auction because nothing says generosity like rich people bidding thousands of dollars for dinner.
I bet it's more than thousands. I bet it's hundreds of thousands.
It might. I don't know.
Rich people like to brag. And if they're rich, honestly, if they want in something or they want it so bad, they'd be the one to go to that auction because they know that's their only way they're getting it.
That's true. I don't think this is the secret club that I would want to like my end all be all. Club 33 Disney. I need it.
Right.
I just don't think. So your 5th option is to sneak in. They say this is not recommended. Do not sneak into Disney because you will be yeeted out. Yeeted, they say. I have no idea what that word means, but AI put it in there, so I thought I'd use it. So you'll be yeeted out of Disneyland and banned from churros for life.
I
Could you
didn't even
handle
know what a
that?
churro was until you explained me the first time we were recording without hitting record. But it's a Mexican treat. I can live without the churros.
Me too. They make me sick. Like elephant ears at Cedar Point. If I ate too much of one, like you can't eat a whole elephant ear yourself.
I could
It'll
eat
kill you.
2 of them. That's the bad thing with me. I have
Really?
that disease where you don't get stuffed. Where if I do, and
Is that a
it's a
disease?
condition, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
I have it. But I could eat, if you gave me like a box of chocolate, I could eat the whole thing. But I've learned not to, but I could physically do it and not get diabetes. Maybe I would end up getting diabetes. Yeah, my DNA test did tell me most likely as I get older, I'm going to get diabetes. I was like, how does this thing know?
Yeah. So I work somewhere in the medical field now, and I swear everybody on their list marks diabetes if they're old. Like, everybody has diabetes, literally everybody. You can't get kicked out of Disney because that'd be sad, because there are some cool things there, Sarah. You need to go there someday, so don't sneak in. And I hear that they have these things called Dole Whips, and everybody raves about Dole Whips. And I don't know if it's Dole pineapple and Cool Whip or something, but I feel like on Pinterest you can find the recipe, and we should make it and try it and let everyone know how a not Disney
I bet
Dole
the
Whip
owner
tastes.
of Dole is one of their sponsor people that gets to go in their little Illuminati group in the Club 33.
You're probably right. That's
He
so
hangs
weird.
out with the Coca-Cola. It's all the cool dudes. Yeah.
Coca-Cola bears there. So anyway, so now we're on to creepy rumors about Club 33, because that's why we're all here, to learn about everything
Yes.
creepy, which is kind of true. That's the only thing that makes things interesting. So they say it's haunted. Some cast members claim strange things happen at Club 33. Objects move, there's weird noises that echo through the halls. And let's be real, it's located in New Orleans Square, the most haunted place in Disney. But by the way, I've never been there, so I don't know.
We're
But
going to
that's
have
what
to
they
send
said.
Lindsay on a mission.
Yeah, that's true. So it's a secret society. Some believe that Hollywood elites, CEOs, and even politicians gather here for, I don't know, like Mickey Mouse themed cult rituals.
Yeah, they
or
did say they
something.
have secret rooms in there. Like, if it's not shady, why do they have secret rooms?
What are they doing
Yeah.
in their secret rooms? Probably playing with Walt Disney's frozen head, because they say that's there
Which
too.
I would never believe
So-
that until this is becoming a huge thing, this cryogenics, where you die and they freeze your head or your whole body. So is it just his head?
That's what I heard. And I heard that before I Googled this Disney thing. They say, but then they say it's on the premises, like underneath this Club 33 or whatever. But I don't think that's true. I think you would have to be in like a lab somewhere with special freezing, like
Yeah.
vats. or
And for
something.
the longest time, I don't know when it got out. Maybe this is a recent thing where people found out, but it did remain secretive for a long time. But when the public found out, I guess they had so many visitors that were standing outside the door, because at one point it was a door that just had 33 on it and nobody ever paid it any attention. But then everybody started hanging outside, hoping they could sneak in or get invited in to Club 33. So they had to move the whole entire entrance to another area so that
And not Club 33 on the door.
I would imagine they had to take that off. First off, I wonder if you can get in from the outside of the park, or if you get like free membership too. Like, does that include you can come and play on the rides with your kids forever for no money? You know, I doubt
I don't
that.
know. Maybe.
I don't know though. That's a lot of money.
Anything's possible. It is a lot of money. No thanks. So final thoughts. Secret society or rich people flex. So what do we think? Is Club 33 just a fancy restaurant, or
I
are
think
they
there's
hiding
gotta
something
be more
darker?
to it. I think maybe originally Walt's mind had just normal, that's what he had in mind, somewhere I could meet when I'm negotiating deals or sponsors. But let's be honest, who were some of his friends too? I bet there's some weird people. I just think things change over time. So whether he has anything, I think there's something darker involved. And I'm going to research more to see what I can find out.
I mean, honestly, I think it's probably both. So the weird number 33 and the hidden rooms make it feel like it's straight out of a conspiracy theory. So I feel like there's probably some truth to that. I think most conspiracy theories stem off of some bits.
I agree with that.
But one thing's for sure, we'll probably never get in. But if by any chance a Club 33 member is listening and wants to invite us, we will absolutely sell out immediately.
Yeah, or if the manager or CEO is listening to this podcast, we would love to interview you.
Would you like to be a sponsor?
Oh, and I want some of the special gear. If you're a member, you do get exclusive gear that they don't sell at the original stores. So you get to be special. So I'd like to know. I wonder if the Kardashians are part of it. I'm going to look it up.
I don't know, but they have kids now, so I think that's probably...
If not, they're going to be those auctions. They're going to be the ones to win the auction, if not.
Definitely. So I do want to go more into like different types of secret clubs. I did find a club in Cleveland that's quite exclusive that I wanted to talk about on our Patreon that we're about to throw out there to the world of Talking Trash and Tacos on Patreon. And Sarah got us an interview.
His name's Dustin Ripka, and he's got a podcast called The Sex Party. So basically, he goes to like Vegas conventions with porn stars, and his podcasts are pretty wild. You should check him out. He's streaming everywhere, and we're going to get to know all about him and his crazy interviews with some of these major porn stars. I don't know how he does it because they're talking about, oh, I love all this stuff at the same time. I got to be careful, but that is exactly why we will be starting our Patreon. We like to talk about things that our biggest followers, like my mom and dad, should not be listening to. And if they pay for the membership, I hope they do it just to support and they don't really listen because it is going to get wild over there.
That's true. Yeah, that's the thing too, is I don't want I don't want to like put all my crazy thoughts out in one place. And I'm not like kinky crazy. I just think that we all just want to know what's out there.
And
right?
let's blame our husbands because they're part of the reason we're starting not the secret, but the paid content because, they just think we're too blunt sometimes and we get Jessica gets in trouble more than me.
Yeah, it's too much for the common folk.
Right.
On Facebook. So, it's something that's fairly inexpensive, but check that out. We'll be talking about Toledo trashies, some different businesses in the area, some funny stories from around town.
Yeah, that's where you'll get all of our exclusive content. So you guys will be kind of special. And I'm excited.
Me too. It'll be fun. And then we can maybe make enough money to pay for the stuff we
get
pay
an
for.
assistant to do editing and all that stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Poor Sarah. Yeah, thanks for joining us and good luck finding Club 33.